Okay, we are back with the mechanics of money with Dr. Megan McCoy. Super excited to have Megan on today, too. I think she brings a really unique perspective as she is a financial therapist. Did not know that was a thing until now. So, again, Megan, thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
So, why don't you give us a little bit, insight into your background and what a financial therapist does, and kind of how you got to that place as well, too? Is it something that I think makes a ton of sense, but likely I've not heard of until now?
Yes, I'll start with what a financial therapist is and then go into how I got into it. So, financial therapy is a discipline that has financial planners, financial coaches, and therapists cross training on the intersection between money and well being. Right now, the Financial Therapy Association, I think the last membership profile had about 60 to 70% were financial professionals, whereas 40 and 30% were marriage and family therapists or psychologists. And so, really, the education, the credentialing, the training is looking at that intersection between money and well-being. And that's really how I kind of became the first certified financial therapist. I was a therapist. I actually knew I wanted to be a therapist as a little kid. There's like a Charlie Brown cartoon where it was like therapy for a quarter. And that's how I was. I always just wanted to make people's lives better. And when I was in my doctorate program for family therapy, the Great Recession happened, and these amazing faculty decided to start training us marriage and family therapists alongside financial planning masters and doctorate students. And getting to help clients with a financial planner right next to me made such a difference in my clients' lives. And I learned so much about my own financial health that I just didn't stop learning. And so I took all these classes in financial planning and financial counseling and started teaching at Kansas State in their financial therapy program. And now I run the financial planning program at Kansas State and really help all planners, whether they want to be financial therapists or financial planners, CFPs, how to steal what we know from counseling to really help clients make a long-lasting change behaviorally, emotionally, and so on.
Yeah, it's interesting because I think that if you look at money, right, or kind of just the ability of managing wealth, it's usually more viewed from a quantitative type perspective, where what people don't realize is that, at least in definitely my household growing up, and I'm sure a lot of households too, who may have had financial struggles or conflicts, right, that the emotional part of money or lack thereof or lack of control or whatever it may be is likely one of the biggest strains on relationships, on well-being, right? And I think that's a really important overlap that people don't think about enough when looking at the holistic view of finances.
Oh, like the slogan in our financial planning program is a head for business and a heart for people, because you have to get the numbers right. Like our students are trained to make sure their financial plans are rigorous and sound and doing the best to maximize people's wealth. But all of that goes out the window if you can't deliver that plan in a way that clients are receptive to, if you don't understand their underlying values, and if you don't see the stressors that are holding them back.
Yeah, and I even think like a very debated topic, which I have strong points of view on. If you look at the rent versus buy, and then the home paid off versus mortgage conversations, which I have strong beliefs on both sides of this, that I will rent for a very, very long period of time as it's more economical to do so. I can live in a better quality of place than I can afford for buying for the time being. And then I'm much more in the camp of I'm fine taking on debt. I'm fine taking on a mortgage because I, in theory, can go outperform that mortgage in terms of me investing that money instead. But if someone like my mom, for example, right, there's a massive value of the peace of mind knowing that, one, you don't have to move unless you want to. Yeah. And two, that you don't have a bill every month that comes your way, besides obviously the property taxes, insurance stuff that's there no matter what. So it's kind of the psychology piece of how people view things from an emotional standpoint that dictates their quality of life, even if the numbers maybe say this is the best scenario overall too.
Right. Oh, and one day, if you have time on your podcast, you have to get my friend, Dr. Ashlyn Rollins-Coons, to come on. Her research is all around home ownership and well-being, and how, like you said, all of us have these values that are tied up, and sometimes we don't even realize that people think differently. So understanding that in our clients is just a game changer.
Okay, now walk us through. I know you mentioned you made that pivot during the '08 crisis.
Yes.
And I'm sure for many people, I have a lot of friends who graduated college at that point. I have a lot of people in the workforce at that point, a lot of people in the real estate market at that point too, who took a bath. And, huge wealth swings of going from having something to have it taken away in terms of what it is you've earned, I think can be a huge emotional swing. So kind of walk us through what that was like and kind of how you worked with folks in that time period too.
Yes, it was so much grief and regret and like almost a sense of like shame, almost like I should have been different. Like I'm too smart to have made that mistake, you know? And so much of it was outside our control. It was so macroeconomics, but still this sense of shame from the Great Recession was so palpable in so many of my clients, and helping them kind of forgive themselves was such a huge game changer for them. Like, we can make a new plan. We can help you get back to where you wanted to be before the crash, but you also have to let go of all this anger towards yourself so you don't make a similar mistake in the future.
So, how do you see the impact men more than women, or vice versa? Because I feel like at least in the male field, right? I'm in the personal finance space myself too, and it is definitely a male dominated field. And if you look at men in general, right, a lot of their self worth identity can tie into what it is they do, how successful they are. So, how do you see the different genders, I'd say, impact in those roles, just because of how they may associate to their self worth and value, and such as it
Yes.
relates to financial performance?
I think 100% is probably true, and it's probably compounded by age and like demographics. I think older generations had that kind of breadwinner mentality even more, what's it called? Cemented in their sense of being. I see it a lot now with clients nearing retirement, that they don't realize that even though it's voluntary, a choice to let go of their career, that so much of their confidence, their ego, their sense of self gets impacted by no longer being whatever their professional life was. And so I think it was true in 2008, but I think many people listening, many of their clients, many of themselves may experience something similar when they do choose to retire, and making sure they have a plan to address that kind of whole of like, my identity was built on what I did and how I performed and how much I made. And now I don't have that tangible thing to prove my worth. I think it's true for both genders, but especially for men.
Yeah, I mean, I went there myself too, where I was an executive in a tech company for a while, and then I left to go, keep building my own firm, and I started building while I was still there. And you go from being, having a 50 plus person team, you go from having a title and meaningful cash coming in, and kind of the hierarchy, you have a clear pyramid in the corporate structure where you are on top. And then you
Yeah.
go and you start building your own thing, and you're basically starting from scratch of being quote unquote an expert, high ranking person to going back to ground zero to go start. And I think a lot of people, myself included, you have a whole crisis around where you are positioned. I think a lot of folks who are taking certain risks, you have to be really comfortable with going back and doing something that you're not going to be an expert at, or be very, very low ranking relatively if you want to go build something much bigger overall.
Oh, I love it. And I think recognizing that can help you get plans on like, how do I build up my other sense of esteem, like my sense of having friends, of my family that love me, about who I am and how I give back to the world. I think it's a great insight to know and hear so that people can do the pre-work to avoid it.
Okay, so now let's get specific, right? Give us some, an example of someone you've worked with in a position of crisis, right? Think of someone who was very, very successful by ordinary standards in terms of finance, metrics of success. And then they went through a period of time in which they had a big downturn, right? Kind of walk us
Mm.
through more of the psychology behind it. How does that person bounce back? What traps they fall into that maybe took them longer to get out of? Like, help us to understand how that person thinks, and for someone who's listening to this right now, maybe who's maybe gone through it, right? We've seen drawbacks in real estate. We may see a drawback in the stock market here soon, right? Things
Yeah.
like that. Of like, how do you go deal with something like that?
And even like just purchasing power has diminished over the last couple years, and so even if you haven't had a tangible setback at work, you may feel like more financial stress or less powered than you had a couple years ago, right? I think there's it's such a unique experience for everyone. I think many of us work to not have to do things like spending plans, or work to not have to think about what we're buying or what we're not buying. And I think taking a step back and thinking about, what is my financial plan? Where am I spending my money? How is that aligned with my values? Sometimes in and of itself is kind of a confidence hit. Um, I'm trying to think of a tangible case that I can say
Yeah,
without
I'll give you some
without
time on that too, because you made a good
yeah.
point, right? Of like someone who, I think people at times too, they have all these grandiose ideas of how they want to live and what they want to go do, but they very rarely put pen to paper around what their dream life actually costs. You'll hear
Yes.
people who say, I need, and had this conversation actually earlier today too on another episode we recorded, where someone's like, I need to have $6-7 million a year. I'm like, dude, if you try to go spend $500,000 a month without having some like serious form of advice that you have, whether it be, the select handful, it's really tough to go spend that. What you'll likely find is that you can go live exactly how you want to for far less. A conversation I had this past week with a friend too is like, hey, he's in his 20s, he's building, right? He's on a great track. And he's like, there's certain things I want to go do, right? Live in these two places. I want to have, these few things that are kind of higher price purchases. I'm like, dude, go map these things out. What you'll find is you can likely afford this far more quickly than you think you can. And it's actually a lot more tangible. So
Yeah.
hopefully that gave you some time to go think of an example.
But yes. Well, also just more because it's hard to like talk about clients without breaking confidentiality. So like more generalized, I think it goes back to the research like of Elizabeth Dunn on what makes us happy in terms of finances. And what's fascinating about human psychology is that when we think about the future, it tends to be very vague. Like if I were to say, imagine your favorite trip, you might have like glimpses of, I don't know, the Eiffel Tower or like a African safari, but it's all like not detailed, right? But as you get closer to that trip, all of a sudden you have to start being like, I have to get on this train and I have to wake up at this time and I have to go to these, and it becomes more and more detailed. And sometimes when we're able to get to the details, we realize what is actually important to us. Like I've had so many clients who says, I can't wait to retire so I can have like my dream lake house. And I'm like, okay, let's talk about like when you have that lake house. What is it like? How often are you getting there? How often in the winter are you worried about the pipes bursting? How many mosquitoes are living around you? Like, what is the day-to-day of owning this lake house mean to you? And what is actually the joy that brings for it? And what is the hidden labor or the hidden work that you're not seeing? And I think so many of us just dream of these vague financial goals that aren't actually what's going to bring us true joy. And like finding ways to, I don't know, do smaller financial goals that are more tangible and give us more like these little bursts of happiness is way better than putting all your eggs in some plan for 10 years in the future.
Yeah, I think that's also a way of them putting it off in a sense too, of like making it a really far out goal in their mind that's more aspirational, but actually not tactical. Like I've had that too, where I'm like, you know what, I'm going to go live a month here, a month there, a month here. I love this place. And then what I found that works really well, at least for myself, is that I am very much a try before you buy type person. And that can be, okay, I want to go live place to place, travel around. I've got 2 dogs, right? Like it's a pain in the ass. And what you realize too is like, okay, this sounds great in theory. You start doing it, it actually really sucks, makes you resentful for doing so. So in turn, that helps you more so, figure out your plan.
Figure out what
Like
you're enjoying. I agree.
yeah, you can get more in depth when you have like, okay, I've tried this, it doesn't work for me, and you can go cross things off. I feel like part of what figuring out what you actually want is going through the exercise of all the things you want to go try and realize that most of them you actually won't find much value in.
Yeah. And then figure out the parallels between what actually brings you joy. Like I talk about this way too much and people who have heard me before probably would get annoyed, but me and my husband do this like quarterly like lottery ticket date where we just go and buy a stupid Powerball knowing that we're not going to win, but we just spend the date saying like, if money was no object, what would be different of our lives? Like what chores are driving us crazy? Who are we not spending enough time with? What passions would we pursue? What do we want more or less of in our lives? And it's not like we need the Powerball. So many times there's these little things that we can change tomorrow that aren't incredibly expensive that hit the need that Powerball is trying to hit.
And I have this conversation all the time with a really good friend of mine too, who again is younger, right, on a very, very good track to make a lot of money long term. And what we've like come up with really consistently too is that how we live today versus how we would live if we had 10, 20x we have, the only really material difference would be is like a better primary residence where you can go host people, you can go, live in that environment all day long. Because besides that, the next jump, right, in terms of spending that I think makes your life incrementally better at a bigger ratio is flying private in terms of experience of that. But besides that, and that's still a really bad trade-off in terms of like dollars versus incremental happiness, is that there's not a lot of things that actually go change. So with your clients, like what you've seen, what are some changes that people have made in terms of how they spend that have actually brought them more fulfillment, happiness, quality of life?
Yeah. I know it sounds so corny because I think credit cards caught this and showed too many commercials about it, but buying those experiences really do make a bigger difference. Don't save to have all your experiences 1 week on your vacation, but find that cooking class to do with a friend or find that concert that's coming. Like those smaller incremental little bursts that I was talking about really do bring us more joy. And experiences look different for everyone. Like I'm not a video game person. If I bought a video game, it would be a materialistic, dumb purchase that I would probably get bored of. But my brother plays all these video games that are with friends online. And when he buys a video game, he is buying experiences with his friends. And so his video game purchase is experiential. So what are you buying in your life that creates experiences and things that you can relive with friends and family and loved ones like that? I think that's number one. I think number two is the little things in life. Like I hate that it became so popular to tell people not to buy the frappe, like buy the stupid foamy coffee if that brings you joy, but figure out what is actually bringing you joy. Is it the sense of sitting still and enjoying a treat by yourself without thinking about work? How else can you weave those moments into your lives? And then I know people are going to roll their eyes when I say this, but the more we can spend on others, the better. There is so much research that proves that if we find ways to use our money to make loved ones or strangers' lives better, we ourselves get happier. Like the famous one is the pizza with the college kids. Have you ever heard this one before?
I haven't, no.
Okay. So they like go to college campuses and they give half the college students $20 and they say, spend $20 on yourself today and we're going to call you tonight. And they tell the other half, spend $20 on someone else and we're going to call you tonight. And they do this and the people who spend on others are happier, right? So then they replicate the study and they go to the student and say, we know for a fact that you're going to be happier if you're in the group who spends on others, right? And the student's like, no, that's not true for me. That's only true for other people. Like I would be happier using it for myself. Then they force them to spend it on others. And guess what? Even knowing that they like, the trick of it, they still are happier. And the same thing has been done in MRIs. They send people an MRI and say, think about giving to a charity and the happiness part of the brain lights up. Then it says, we're going to give you $20 to give to a charity. Happiness part of your brain lights up. And then they say, we are forcing you against your will to give to a charity and the happiness part still lights up. And so $20 on buying a friend a beer will bring you much more joy than the Guinness at home, So I think those are my three things, like smaller intermittent purposes, like purposeful splurges that bring us joy, spending on others and experiences.
Yeah, the experience piece is great too. Like that's something that I'm not overly materialistic at all, but one area that I will spend on without regret anyway is going places, traveling. I think it's actually gotten to a place where I've realized I'm kind of happier at home now. Right, it's like I traveled around so much that I value the consistency and the routine, and just it's exhausting sometimes too.
Yes.
But no, it's all really good points in terms of like how people spend. When you think about things that you know like what's the kind of income or net worth range of folks that your group works with? Like we want to give some context there.
So I am a academic. I work at a university, so I only see one client at a time. So I spend much more of my time writing research grants and actually teaching courses than seeing clients nowadays. So I probably not the greatest to talk about clients for stories since they're only one at a time.
Sure. Yeah. So more so in terms of like holistic research then too. So on that side, what are some topics you've dove into, right? I know some of your stuff ties to marriage as well, right?
Yes. Let me just share because it's my favorite study and it's not even written by me, but Sonia Luter has an amazing study on how financial planners are accidentally making marriages better. And it's not financial therapists. It's not my students at K-State who are probably getting too much financial therapy snuck into their financial planning courses. It is all financial planners. And I think it's truly because in my personal research, we found that 70% of people had not talked to a living soul in a year about money. And that's a lot of people never talking about money. And so financial planning gives this space where people can talk about their values around money, their dreams around money, their goals around money. And so accidentally, financial planning tends to make marriages happier. And I think that's one of my favorite studies ever.
Yes. Why don't you dive into that a bit more? Because I do feel like a lot of our audience, I'd say, if I had to guess, over half are primarily one income households or very heavily weighted in one income households. So, for example, one of the spouses either doesn't work or they make substantially less than the other spouse too. kind of walk through maybe some data points you've seen or anecdotal type things that you've seen, like research in this space too, around how to go best make those relationships work by whether it be talking about it or, whatever it may be.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll start with like a logistical thing. And I firmly believe that I should not tell people exactly what to do. I should offer them options and they select it. But if I had a magic wand and I could tell people to
There
do
you
one
go.
thing, it would be to get a joint account. I know that seems way too directive, and they're like researchers tend to say, like, well, maybe with everything. But I'm telling you, the research has tracked this over time, and having joint accounts has two benefits. One, we're less likely to do hedonistic purchases. Those are like dumb, silly things that secretly we know we shouldn't waste money on. And the second thing is there tends to be more transparency and honesty around money, because one of the topics I'm so fascinated about is the idea of financial infidelity and how that impacts couples. So financial infidelity is what it sounds like. It's lying to your partner about finances. This could be things like hiding wealth. It could be hiding debt. It could be spending on things that you don't want to tell your partner. It could be lying about going shopping and saying you already had it. Like, it can be this wide range of things, but financial infidelity destroys relationships at almost the same level as actual physical like infidelity. And so those joint accounts are my first very big something to say for everyone. And that doesn't mean you don't have power and autonomy on decision making when you have joint accounts. It just means that there needs to be more open conversation. And if you feel like you need a separate account because you don't have enough power in your relationship, that's like a canary in the coal mine moment. It's a time to say, how can I have more power in this relationship to ask for what I want and need in my relationship? They can say no still, but I still should have the power to ask for it if I want it, you know?
Yeah, no, that's a really good point too. And I think that, yeah, because it's an interesting conversation because people go from being entirely separate, right, responsible for themselves, to kind of starting to put things together too in that structure. What research have you seen around things like prenuptial agreements, postnuptial agreements, like how that impact relationship, financial transparency, right, all things like that?
Yeah. Megan Lertz has incredible writings and presentations on prenups. And I love her framing so much that she says, a lot of times when you hear the word prenup, you're thinking like, oh, it takes the romance out of the relationship. It means I'm only with you for the money. But it's actually should be flipped, because once you have a prenup in place, money doesn't become the reason you are together, right? Money becomes a non important consequence of the relationship, not something that will keep you together long term, right? And so I think when there is significant financial differences in socioeconomic status when you get married, or if one person is an entrepreneur or one person has significant debt or significant wealth that they come into the relationship with, I think prenups make everything separate. And I love there is this Institute for Divorce Financial Analysts, IDFA, that have been training financial planners to help couples navigate divorce, because lawyers are great, but they are not an expert on finances. And I've heard so many stories of lawyers just cutting retirement accounts in half, not even thinking about the pre-tax, post-tax consequences of that split, right? They're just doing it willy-nilly. And so I think financial planners have such an opportunity to help encourage prenups in relationships, but also encourage a fair, equitable, and hopefully as conflict free as possible separation if they do get divorced.
Well, it's also, I mean, I'm very pro them in the sense too that it's also easier to go plan a divorce when you're both on good terms and you're both happy, right? Similar to
Right.
business, right? We're actually went through this recently with a partnership that I'm like, we're gonna go map out our entire divorce while things are good. And that way it'll save us, $1 million of legal fees and a whole lot of stress and things that we don't need to go incur when it's like very black and white. People are here, eyes wide open, people are very rational, right? Like you can do all those things ahead of time versus doing it in a standpoint where someone's hurt, someone's fighting, right? And that gets very expensive and very irrational very quickly and very emotional. So you can kind of go pull that away. Do well, everyone's level headed too.
Yes. Yes. And I think the one other thing I would say about couples where income is skewed like that, where one makes significantly more, is that we have to pay attention to the unseen labor that may not be getting reimbursed. Uh, like I don't think I could be as successful without a partner who supported me as much as I could. And so I think that it's sometimes especially hard to see that when you're going through divorce and mad at them, but it does. I don't know. What did Buffett once say, that the best financial decision you ever make in your life is who you marry, right? Because that support doesn't come easy. And it's really hard to be two really successful people. One person tends to do more weight at home or emotional caregiving and so on. And so I think recognizing that is important too for couples.
Totally. Um, yeah, no, I think like the at home life, the marriage component of it too is really interesting. Kind of looking at the whole finance side of it. Just thinking of where else to go with this too. But yeah, no, like this topic, like I think is really interesting and important to go dive through. So more
Yeah.
so, like, what else have you seen? And what other topics to come up a lot really frequently on your end here?
I think one thing that I find so, I don't know, oxymoronic or contradictory is the idea that one of the biggest areas people fight about with their partner around money is charitable giving. And I'm using charitable giving very loosely, but this idea that when couples have conflict around money, it's about how much we're giving to others. And I'll tell you a silly anecdote that hopefully is helpful about how my husband and I deal with book fairs with our kids, right? So our kids are like, want to go to the book fair. And I remember as a kid, the book fairs at school were the most exciting thing ever. And how much when I first found out about it, wanted to give for the book fair was very much different than what my husband wanted to give. And so there was conflict. I was like, but they want the, like, I don't know, the squishy and the dumb choose your own adventure book. And they should get that. And he was like, no, they need to work for it and use their own money. And so we had back and forth fights. And so I think that idea of how you spend on others and what is fair and equitable becomes like a metaphor for personality differences. I also think that couples, we always say opposites attract, but that's not really true. We tend to marry someone very similar to us. Like they have the same worldviews and values, right? Like I just think we do. But when it comes to money, oftentimes we are attracted to our opposite, right? Like the spender looks at the saver and is like, oh my gosh, you're so responsible and you have your stuff put together. And then the saver looks at the spender and is like, oh, you're so, what's it called? Like, so full of whimsy and just go with whatever's fun. And I need that in your life. And so you get married saying, I love this opposite part of our spending personalities. But then over time, you kind of push each other to be more and more different. So the spender's looking at the saver and saying, oh, he's saving so much. I don't have to worry about saving because he's going to save so I can spend more. And the saver is looking at the spender and saying, he's always spending. I mean, I need to save more. This is so scary, right? And so over time, you become what we call polarized or push each other to extremes that make problems happen if there aren't ongoing conversations about where the middle lies, because the middle probably is the healthiest.
And what about, before we hop off here too, I think one final topic that I love too is people who have some level of affluence or success or financial means when looking at raising kids, right? What topics do you see come up there, right? Because I think about it from my end, right? And like, I think part of growing up how I did, you become more scrappy in certain ways and you become more aware, more street smart, but there are also certain struggles you go deal with as well too. Whereas if you grow up with substantial means, then you may miss certain levels of education, but you also, maybe more comfortable, right? Like, how do you think about the parenting with money relationship to kids?
Yeah, I have so many thoughts on it. I love the idea of the best thing we can do as a parent is to understand our own money story and our own values so that we're not giving contradictory messages to our kids. Like we believe one thing, but we do another thing. I think not having congruency in our own money beliefs is probably the worst thing we can do. And so that's one of my big things is like figure out your own stuff so that you can have a clear message that you're passing on your kids. These are my family values. This is what's important to do with your money. And so I'm making sure you and your partner are on the same page about those values and those stories. I also think it's interesting. This isn't true for everyone, but in many families, we tend to socialize boys to earn and girls to save. And it's very like not intentional and very minutia, but it's just a habit that we tend to do. And so that's partially why we sometimes see women are less likely to invest as confidently or strongly because they're taught to save and protect, whereas men are taught we have to earn, earn, earn. And so the more that we can be intentional about socializing our kids on the benefit of earning and saving, the better off they will be. And I'm trying to think what else would be good when it comes to kids. I do think one thing you might be touching on is the idea of like, how do you push a work ethic and not enable your children if you have the means?
Well, it's also too, it's how do you do that without sacrificing your own lifestyle
Yes.
to help educate a kid around, you have to earn certain things yourself too, even if your parents still have some
Yes.
level of means.
Yes. So this is a little too personal. I'm oversharing, but my kids are in youth travel sports. They're both phenomenal, like little athletes. But man, the costs of youth sports have gotten outrageous. And so my oldest wanted a new bat, and so we made a deal with her of like, it's going to cost $400, which is insane. So how are you going to support our family so that we can support you? So it became a chore list. So we didn't make her make $400 at 12, but we made her do certain things. Some of it was, we need to see you practicing so much. Some of it was, you need to clean this much. Some of it was like, it was a bunch of things, but it was all written out and clarified that we're supporting you because we want you to succeed, but you have skin in the game too.
Yeah, because I feel like it also just makes kids responsible for what it is they're doing versus like getting the free pass of okay, mom or dad's got it, right? So I
Yeah.
think like that commitment of showing up too and earning it in whatever capacity too is really important. I think sports are a great humbling thing for kids to do. Like I grew up playing baseball and basketball, and no matter how much money you have or your parents have or you don't have on the court, the field, everyone's the same, right? You can't really
Right.
go hide from those things where it's all a wash and always even.
Yeah. I've written a couple papers on enabling adult children. And one thing that I really have come to terms is that so much enabling an adult children is comes down to parents' fear or guilt, right? And so that they're fearful their kid can't do it on their own, or they feel guilty they weren't around or didn't do enough or can't give some other way of love. And so I think the more that we believe that our kids can be successful and independent and can do it, the less likely we are to enable them.
Okay, so putting you on the spot then, what is the age where it is messed up to be living at home if you are a kid in your parents' house?
Ah,
Like, what's the cutoff?
I don't think I have a good age. I think I have a situational thing. Like at after your formal education, whether it's you're stopping at high school at 18 or college at 22, if you're living at home without a clear plan, without steps being taken place to change your situation, then it's a problem. You could be 35, but you're planning to start law school in 3 months, and that's great. You have a plan, you're going to better your life. You could be 18 and you're playing video games all day, and that could be a problem. So I don't know if it's age as much as what is the situation and where is the planning for the next steps.
Okay, cool. And before we hop here to one final thing, so what's your, you deal with folks in kind of all spectrums of the finance side, all the research of it. What's your take on traditional education for someone who's kind of coming up the ranks right now? Right. I
Yes.
know you're a doctor, you've gone deep in education route, you're an educator. Do you
Yes.
think college makes sense for everyone? And if
No.
so, why? If not, why? Yeah.
I don't think college makes sense for everyone. I also don't think a traditional school makes sense for everyone. I also think we should shop around. I think one of the smartest things I often see students do is 2 years of community college and then 2 years at their dream school. I think financially like maximizing is huge and thinking about what is your end goal and if college makes sense. I would love everyone to become a financial planner because then you can graduate at 22 and go make 65 and get promoted to 100K in 4 years. That's a great job. If you want to be an artist, go to your studio and work on art. Like, don't go to school. If you want to be a mechanic and play with cars all day, go to that trade school. So I don't think school is for everyone. And I don't think we need to pay a ton for a private education undergrad if your plan is law school or med school. You don't need the biggest best school in undergrad to become those fields. You need to think of, I need to get straight A's at my state school, and you'll be better off than someone going to a private school slacking off.
Cool. I like it. Yeah. I mean, I have really strong views on college itself too. I think that unless you're going for some level of specialty, then it's
Yes.
likely not worth it, right? If you need that degree to actually do the function you're doing, the opportunity cost you have in terms of time, experience, and then obviously the investment of cash it takes to do so, you're likely better off learning a skill set instead that will allow you to go avoid that. Like, for
Right.
example, a trade or sales or something that, will really keep up with how the world is changing so quickly on.
Yeah. The only thing I could say is that if you do have the room for college, it was the best 4 years of my life. So I don't want to take it
Totally.
away.
It's college was a blast. Like, if you look at it really from like a social standpoint, college was a blast of 4 years. But if you're looking at it from the standpoint of I have limited resources, I
Right.
want to go maximize things financially, it's a
Yeah,
tough case unless you want to be, a doctor, a lawyer, etc.
exactly. I agree.
Cool. Well, Dr. Megan, thanks for coming on.
Awesome. It was so nice meeting you. Thank you.